Happy Money Making Mondays, lookers and lovers. It's your girl, Tank, with Tank Talks, with your host, Hortencia, me. I'm so happy to see y'all. Look, what did y'all do this weekend, honey? We're going to talk about what I did in a few minutes. It was so beautiful. If you didn't get outside, if you didn't get some fresh air, shame on you, okay? So, first of all, look, happy National Women's Month. Did y'all know that this month was National Women's History Month? Look here. Women have done so many things, set tones, are trailblazers through this whole situation. You guys have got to know that we're making history every day, not just nationwide, but locally. So this month, I'm going to highlight some women owned businesses. We're going to talk about moments in history that made history with women of all colors. So I hope you guys are ready for the ride. Did y'all know today was also National Dress Day? Did you know that, Tish? Today is National Dress Day. So your girl went home and real quick, jump quick in this little spring dress because I'm rushing spring. I'm ready for spring. Tish, you ready for spring? Yeah, I'm talking to Nurse Tish. I'm gonna bring her on in a minute. I had a lot of y'all inbox me about questions, so you're gonna have an opportunity to ask live here in a few minutes. But yeah, happy National Dress Day. If you didn't wear one today, wear one tomorrow, girl. Y'all get them cute dresses on, get them heels, get them toes done, because it is time to pop out, honey. And y'all better get y'all bodies done too. We're gonna talk about that too, because y'all don't need to be in these sundresses. Oh, and you get the Vaseline too? Don said y'all need Vaseline. Now look here, Don. We don't need to be shining too much. We just want a little bit something. Although I did put some baby oil gel on, before I came up in here. But yeah, so happy National Dress Day. So this weekend was super, super fun. I had a very eventful weekend. Weekends I usually work. I try to spend time with my family and find time for myself. So this weekend, a friend of mine named Shelly had an event called the Lipstick Exchange. And this was actually her fourth event. And I had never been to a lipstick exchange. Actually, usually I'm always traveling when she has this event. But as God would have it, I was in town and y'all, it's the cutest thing. So the way it works is you bring a stick of lipstick. There's Shelly. Hey, Shelly girl. I don't know if she is watching, but she was the hostess with the mostest yesterday. We were in Addison at Gloria's, y'all. Gloria's was the backdrop. And there were probably 30, a little over 30 women there. There's us having fun. Hey, Tia. Tia, I know you'll be jumping on really soon. So the way it works, you bring a stick of lipstick. And look, y'all, there's a few ladies missing, I think, but look at all these beautiful women that showed up for this event. Lipstick exchange. The power of women when they come together is amazing. We had a ball. We exchanged energy. We exchanged information. Although I pretty much knew everybody but about three people in that group, it was still great to see everybody, catch up with everybody. So the lipstick exchange, literally, just real quick, is bring a stick of lipstick. I brought stuff that I really liked. Okay. I did see somebody brought some from the dollar store, but it was nice. It's okay. You bring what you can, okay? But they got Mac and shit, in return. But so the way she sets the stage is you bring a stick of lipstick, everything goes in a box, and then you pick a lipstick out. Okay, you show everybody the color. If the person coming behind you wants your color, they can actually steal it. Okay, so that can be stolen again, but it can only be stolen, I think, twice, if I'm not mistaken. So it gets real competitive, a lot of fun, a lot of chatter. Thank you, Shelly, for an awesome event this weekend. It was a lot of fun. And yesterday was beautiful. Okay. Yesterday was amazing. The sun was out. I know some buns was out because some guns was out. I ain't mad at you though. That's how it should be. When the weather's good, when the weather's nice, we want to make sure we're out having a good time, spreading some good energy. So, what were we talking about now, Don? I'm confused. Oh, okay. So, Women's History Month. Did you guys know that Mary Beatrice Kenner, the woman who invented the sanitary pad, she was actually black. I know I'm talking about Black history all the time, but her invention has helped billions, not a few, billions of women and children to get rid of various diseases. So for those of you guys who didn't know, look at your women's history and see what went on. And I thought we had some information about Hillary, because did you guys know in 2016, July 28th, Hillary Clinton accepted the Democratic nomination, being the first woman to lead a major U.S. political party. Now, that's some boss ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hillary, girl, we with you, girl. I know Bill did it, but we didn't put up with more for fucking less, okay? At least he was the president. We over here fucking with Willie, and his cutlass. But either way, National Women's History Month is a big deal, but people don't make big of a deal of it as I think. I think we should really focus on it. So let's talk about what it is, because a lot of people aren't aware of what National Women's History Month is. So what it is why? What? Not why. Yeah, it's okay. Y'all, we live, so y'all know we don't be faking and shaking up over here. We be getting our shit together while y'all watching. We appreciate you guys for being patient. So anyways, National Women's History Month. There are a lot of things that surround Women's History Month. So if you're in a city close to you, I would check with your community centers, nonprofit organizations, any place that may give you some information or have things going on during this month, because it's super, super important. But we'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah. So when we come back, though, and talk about National History Month, we're going to talk about someone who's super, super important to me, because she actually did my post-op care. So you guys got to know, Nurse Tish is about to join me when we come back, and her name is Tish. And she is the owner of Vanity Wellness. And we're going to talk to her in a few minutes, all things body. Y'all, I get sick and tired of seeing y'all go back and forth about the do's and don'ts of surgery, all these misconceptions, the truths, the in and outs, the surgery shaming, because y'all ask me surgery shaming like fuck. I get so tired. Tish, don't you get tired of them surgery shaming people? You should have a natural body. You should do that. We're going to get into some of this stuff, and we're going to answer a lot of questions for you guys, because a lot of people have questions about surgery, because we feel like you can do it if you want to. Okay. We feel like it's a necessary evil. We feel like get your shit done. Okay. That's what we feel like. The warmer weather is coming up. You used to be, I remember, Tish, it used to be surgery in the winter so you can bust out in the summer. Now surgery season has kind of become all year round, and we're going to give you some tips on how to take care and maintain your investment. We're going to talk about all things surgery. So when we come back, we're going to take a little pause for the calls, and we'll be right back, you guys. Lovers, it's your girl Tank here on Tank Talks, because y'all know we about to talk about some shit. Okay, I have with me Nurse Tish. Hello, how are you, darling?
I'm back.
Honey,
straight from work.
Straight. I was about to say, honey, because I was about to say we both straight. I'm straight from the snatchery factory.
Listen.
I didn't put my dress on because I wanted to comply with National Dress Day, girl. But you were straight from work. I appreciate you coming by today and joining us. Do you know this conversation for me is long overdue?
Yes.
This conversation for us is something that's continuous.
Yes.
And people need to get real information about surgery, the after effects, the benefits, the do's and don'ts.
It's a lot of benefits.
It's a lot of benefits. So we're going to get into it. So tell us, for the people who don't know who Nurse Tish is, why don't you tell us who you are, where you're from? Give us a little bit about your background.
Okay, so of course I am Nurse Tish. I have been a nurse this is my 17th year in nursing. I am wound care certified. I have worked in every aspect of nursing, from long-term care to acute care, LTAC, home health, hospice, pediatrics, just you name it, I can do it. Like, I've been a regional, and I had to help educate and train and teach other nurses on best policy and procedure. And now I am the owner of Vanity Wellness and Body. She is my baby. I love, love, love her. Our core services are post-op and IV hydration.
Yes.
And of course, all things beauty and wellness.
Yes. And we're going to break those down in a little bit, because I want you to give people information on all of the services that you do, because you provide some integral procedures and treatments that I think people need to be aware of, and aware of the benefits of, because a lot of people don't do things because they don't know anybody who looks like them that administer those services, or they don't know anybody who looks like them that offer to educate them on getting those services administered. So we're going to talk about it, sis. We're going to talk about it. So you guys know, I've been in business for 3 years, and it's been almost 3.5 years now. I decided to have lipo last year. And I was very transparent about my journey. I talked to you guys about my pre-op, my post-op. I talked about, getting ready for it. I made it a point to be transparent, because I believe in our industry, you need to look like what you do. Okay. Not saying if you're providing post-op, you need to go out, you have to go out and have surgery. All I'm saying is you need to kind of fucking relate. Okay. If I'm sculpting bodies, my body needs to be kind of sculpted. Okay. Y'all see your girl working hard in that gym. Okay. Because I'm protecting every single investment that I can. So it's super important to me in the beauty industry, in our aspect where we work with bodies and wellness and, in health and wellness, that we look like what we do, because I can't give you advice on something that I haven't experienced. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like that's imperative, because that was a lot of the reason, like I said, before I started thinking about before I even started Vanity Wellness and Body, the whole thing was I was planning to go and have surgery in Dominican Republic, and that's kind of actually how I kind of got started.
Yeah.
So as I started my post-op business, and my girls, of course, coming in, they're getting their post-op treatments and things like that. And if you know me, honey, I go take I took 4 classes before I started my post-op business. And then as well as yearly, I go and I train with somebody, because I feel like in order to be the best, you got to train with the best.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
And, that is my goal, is to always give superior service to my post-op girls. But I definitely agree. Me having surgery put a different perspective on what my girls feel when I am providing their post-op care. However, y'all be whining.
Woo, tell me, don't they be whining? Right.
It's uncomfortable, but oh Lord, honey, y'all shows out.
Yes, they shows they ass. Okay, every bit of it, not just to us, but literally. Okay,
yes, and I'm here for it. Okay, listen, it's about to be summertime.
Yes. So when I had my procedure, when I did, I had a 360 and BBL, no hips. On last year, people were like, oh, you didn't even need a BBL. My ass was flat. I always knew how to camouflage and what to wear that to complement my body. I've been very fortunate to be able to take care of my body in a way that I know how to make it look the way it look, the way I want it to look. Okay. And that's something that you have to learn as a woman. You have to be able to take care of your body and make it do what you want it to do. Don't let it control you. You control it. Yeah. Exactly. So when I did it, Tish was my post-op practitioner, because I researched people in Dallas. I looked at their work. I talked to them or whatever, but I chose her because of her experience as a nurse. I chose her, not to say that you can't go to somebody who's not a nurse, because you know your girl ain't a nurse. Okay, but I'll be slanging them bodies. But because of her experience, because of her knowledge, her background, or her willingness to help people, like she was so helpful when I went to her, and I loved her for that. So we became close.
Yes.
Of course, because you're not going to be touching me and I don't know you. So now you my sister. But either way, you have to choose the right provider. And in choosing the right provider, you have to make up your mind that post-op, when it comes to surgery, is very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important.
It literally makes or breaks your results. Like, and I love what you said about, okay, so Hortencia did some of my post-op care, once I, like once, of course, drains and stuff like that are out and things like that. Now I'm in a maintenance stage.
Yes.
Honey, and I need to get back in.
Yes.
But the thing is, like you said, if you're going to someone that's not a nurse, like Hortencia said, if something happens with one of you guys or something like that, even if you're in her care, she's going to refer you to a nurse. She's not going to continue to try to treat you to take your money, because she knows.
Now that's what you should be doing. You guys out there providing post-op care.
You should be partnered with a nurse.
With a nurse. Yes. You definitely should be partnered. But that's another show. Okay. But you guys make sure, it depends on what stage you're in. So let's talk about the procedure itself. So BBL, let's talk about that, because I know you deal with a lot of clients with that. So I have a little bit of information on what BBL is for people who don't know, because people use that term all the time. These BBLs got y'all hair looking crazy. I love the memes, and some of them are funny.
Girl, they be
but
they
be having you crack up.
I can't stand any of them, because it actually kind of pisses me off a little bit, because okay, so when I went and had surgery, I had an extended tummy tuck I had my hips filled in, and of course, it made my butt poke out, because, honey, I've had 4 children, so, honey, look, these hips be hipping,
yes,
honey,
baby.
And they be thinking like, oh,
Come
you had BBL,
hips.
I didn't, I ain't had one yet, but you just wait a minute, baby. If I could have made him do it, he would have did it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, they always, y'all want a surgery shame, and you should. I literally had somebody to inbox me on my Instagram and say, I wish you promoted self-love the way you promote surgery.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, because remember, we had that conversation. We're going to talk about it, because having a procedure or something done to your body is an intricate part of you loving yourself. So we're going to talk about that all. So definition of a BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Okay. Yes. And we know it's surgery where a doctor transfers fat from your abdomen area. It could be your hips, your thighs, lower back, anywhere to your buttock area. Okay. Women have these done. There's also, when it comes to BBLs, it's tainted as dangerous. Can we clear that up a little bit before we get into the details of the procedure itself?
So the thing that makes the BBL one of the more dangerous, or whatever surgeries you want to call it, is because, liposuction and things like that, it's typically a blind procedure, right? They know the anatomical structures that are underneath there, and they know how deep they should be going. However, when they're injecting that fat, you can get a fat embolism or something like that. However, these physicians have trained for years. There's, they know what it's just like with the nurse. When we go in and we do an IM injection, if we do something that's in your gluteus minimus or whatever, we know to avoid different structures or whatever that are there by aspirating. These doctors are taking all types of precautions to make sure that they are not causing fat embolisms and things like this. So I don't think that BBL surgeries are necessarily more dangerous than any other surgery. I think that it's a more sought after surgeries. There's more people doing it. There's more. And so when there's more people doing it, there's greater chance for things to happen. And that's because you see these girls, they go into these surgeries and they lie. They come to me and they lie.
They lie. They're y'all ain't being honest out there about these procedures. And when y'all having these procedures, because we can tell. We can tell. We've touched up many bodies. We've been trained on this stuff, and it's easy for us to tell. When they're not being honest about a lot of shit.
Because it's like I have patients that will go, and for example, I had a patient that had a gastric sleeve done, and then went to the doctor and got a tummy tuck and lied about how long it had been since they had the sleeve. This is the thing. People think like, oh well, the doctor should know. the doctor can look at your abdomen and see, okay, well, you have these
Marks, the
incisions
incision
where
marks.
that are healed, but
Yeah.
they can't tell how
Tell
old
what
the
it
damn
was.
incisions
Yeah,
are.
and what it was
Or
either.
exactly, because that could have been,
Because it could
oh well,
be.
did they have a sleeve,
Yeah.
or did they have some type of an obstruction?
Yeah.
Did they have like they don't? Did they have
Yeah.
gallbladder removal? Like they can't necessarily tell, and it's just so important for you guys to just be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
be honest.
the
Yeah.
surgery's gonna be there, baby. I promise you. You can be fine next summer. Shit, if you miss this summer, girl, the summer gonna come back. Shit, you might just have to sit this one out, but don't go in here lying to these people, because that's honestly what has made BBLs so dangerous, is because we have all these patients that don't fucking tell the truth.
Yeah, and it's super important. One of the things I know, because the BBL is more invasive than some other procedures, but it's considered cosmetic. So a lot of people think that when getting a BBL, it's very similar to butt shots.
No, it's not.
Okay, can we clear this up, please? For the people in the back
that don't
listen, you guys have to know that there's a huge difference between the BBL procedure and butt shots. Okay.
Yes, with a BBL, they are taking fat from a part of your body and they are transferring it to another part of your body. This is something that it's going to be mixed in with other adipose tissue and things like that, so that it can settle in. But originally, when they move that fat from one part of your body to the other, that's why you lose about 50 to 70% of the fat after you have a BBL, is because it doesn't actually have a source to feed it.
Yes.
So that's why. And then the fluff period that people talk about, and that's actually once the fat has settled, and now it has blood vessels that actually feed it. So now the fat can kind of unpack, and it's just okay, yeah, I'm here to stay.
Yes.
But butt shots are literally what
they say they are.
Literally, I can go and draw up whatever the hell you want me to go and draw up, or whether it be in that. Now there is a difference between now they have something called, they have the non-surgical BBLs, which is actually it's illegal. It's legal butt shots, but it's not like the other butt shots that people were getting. They literally just taking a large bore syringe and injecting you in your ass with whatever they felt like they wanted to inject.
Here's the thing. So a lot of people were questioning here recently. Well, years ago, there was a young woman or a group of people here in Dallas.
We're
gonna talk about wee because I should have pulled that article up, but I hope you're doing well, girl. But I don't know her personally, but
I didn't know her personally, but I did know the sister of the victim that passed away. She was actually my med aide.
Oh wow.
Where I worked at.
I personally know people who got shots from her. Okay. I know a lot of people who got shots from her. Okay. And at that time, people weren't really aware of what was being put into their body. This is why it is so important. I think it was a period of time where people were very unknowledgeable and really didn't care. The price point probably sounded good to them. They knew somebody who did it. Right, they knew somebody who did it. I don't think
it was a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
I can't fathom that it was
that they wouldn't know.
Because my thing is, why would you let someone that's not a medical professional stick you with a needle?
Yeah. So whether it be a lack of knowledge, they just ignored the fact that she wasn't a medical professional. It was cheaper. And the price point for them was a gold mine. And at the time, honestly, I'll be honest, even though I know people that were doing it, a lot of people, weren't even thinking about it at that point. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about doing anything as far as, because I wasn't into taking care of my body that way. I didn't get into my health and wellness. Well, I started doing that in like 2014, maybe back in the day. But other than that, I wasn't thinking about getting butt shots. And to know that the harmful chemicals and stuff that were being put into people's bodies were deadly.
They were getting stuff from Home Depot.
Fucking Home Depot. See what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's horrible.
But that's equivalent to people right now that do post-op care and get their fucking needles from the feed store.
Yeah, which is crazy. So you guys make sure you understand. So when you see a woman who you can clearly tell, or sometimes you say people are naturally built that way, but you can tell the difference from a freakish built person where their body has been altered. Not saying that you should make fun of them or shame them, but you can tell the difference. That's probably not a BBL. When someone, because nobody has that much fucking fat to move to any part of their body structure. So you can look at something and tell about tell how the misbalance in their body structure is, with the hips not matching, the legs not matching, you know, things like that. So make sure you're aware of what procedure that people are speaking of, and make sure you're not out here giving information on a BBL. We're going to talk about lipo in a minute, but make sure when you're talking to people about this that you've spoken to a professional. Okay, you guys have to speak to the right people and be informed on these procedures. Yep. Your girl or somebody that you used to know, or somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that had a procedure, is giving you all the lowdown on how the procedure goes.
Fucking listening,
yes,
to your home girl,
please,
that had surgery, and she's a couple of years post-op, and she probably, and lots of times they look like shit, and you still listen to them.
I told y'all we're gonna be real and raw today. Nurse Tish did not come to play, honey. We want to give you guys the information you need.
And y'all didn't even get Nurse Tish, honey. Y'all get Nurse Tish today, okay? Because listen, Nurse Tish, I come in, y'all know I have to, you know, keep my professional on, but honey, I'm here with Hortencia.
Yes,
honey. And I'm
honey.
gonna tell you what it is and what
real and raw.
So please stop listening to your refrigerator and box of cereal built friends.
Okay.
And because, oh, a girl, I didn't wear my thigh high and I turned out fine.
And we can clearly tell. We can clearly tell. Clearly.
I literally can point them out and say, yep, you did not wear your thigh high.
Exactly.
And I can tell you look like you didn't.
And you never did. Yeah, you never did.
And I'll see you for round two.
Okay, round two.
And
right.
I'll be glad
to help you out.
This time you're gonna do it right, I bet you.
So make sure you guys are speaking to professionals about your pre and post-op care, about your maintenance, whatever the case is when it comes to your BBLs. There's so many things that doctors tell you to do, not to do, that you know you can get second opinions on those things, because there are no two bodies alike. So don't think your healing process is going to be like your friend's healing process, or every experience is going to be different. There will be similarities in terms of taking care of yourself, but even in that is different, because everybody's skin is different. Everybody heals differently.
Every
you know,
is different.
Is different. Everything. There is no, you cannot, when I tell you, I have not had one client that was exactly like the other one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did this for Mary and it worked for Mary, so maybe it'll work for you. No, it's always a different situation. This is why it's imperative to seek the right help from professionals, to seek the right advice from professionals. If you can't afford it, don't have the procedure.
Amen. Hey,
if you can't afford it, if you can't afford it, don't have the procedure. You know what I'm saying?
And you need to save. This is what I tell everybody. Save nearly as much as you say as you spend for surgery. Save about that much for a post-op, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like, I've had girls that come to me and they come to me, and as soon as they come in, they have seromas, they have stitch fitting, they have drains that have to stay in prolonged. They don't necessarily care for their incision sites the way that they should, and they end up getting an infection, or they come to me already with an infection, or they come to me with a faja burn or lipo burn. Like, you have no idea what is waiting for you when you get off that table.
No idea. And it's super important that you do as much research as you can about the person performing the procedure.
And the procedure itself. Stop coming to me not knowing what
you had. Expect. Yeah, and what to expect. Exactly.
If I have one more person that goes and has lipo and a BBL and tells me 2 weeks later they have a trip planned, I'm going to fucking scream.
Yeah, because you got to know about the recovery period. You have to know about your downtime. You have to know this stuff. And the problem is, when people's results don't turn out the way that they want them to, 9 times out of 10, we can guarantee you it's the person who has decided that, oh, these next 3 weeks aren't going to matter. Me not wearing my garment isn't going to matter. Me not drinking enough water and detoxing isn't going to matter. You know what I'm saying? Yes, eating bullshit and not and then when you get to the point where you can start working out and taking care of yourself, oh, I don't need to do that because I had a procedure. That's one of the most,
because I have
the one that kills me.
And I have now listen, this If you got the money to keep going to get lipo, then
Hey,
girl, look,
more
honey,
power
you
to
more power
you.
to you. But
Yeah.
if you know that you know what, I want to protect this investment and stuff like that, it doesn't take a lot of working out. It literally, you can walk. Like, I'm not like Hortencia, baby. She done became a whole gym rat over here, baby. That is not your girl. That is not me. Okay, that is not me. But I will go and walk. I will go and move my body more than what I normally used to.
Yeah.
I don't have such a sedentary life as I used to. Like,
right.
I don't. My diet's not the best, but
Okay.
I don't eat as much as I used to.
Exactly.
Eat. Like, I make healthier choices. Like, girl, I used to eat chitlins twice a month.
Okay, and you got to do a little better, right?
Now I eat chitlins every
and
90
see,
days.
It's about being transparent, because people need to see that we provide the care, we've had the procedures, but we're honest with ourselves about the changes that we need to make and want to make, because we're not going to ask you guys to do something we're not doing. Exactly. One thing that I tell my clients when they do the consultation, you got to be willing to make some changes. If you're not serious, I don't want your money. I don't need it that bad. Okay, sis?
Because I don't want my name on this shit.
One of the things that's really important to me is that you make a commitment to yourself. So earlier we were talking about, hold on, I think I see some people talking. Hey, y'all. Oh my God. Hey, Dana. Hey, Les. Hey, Delilah. Delilah said, yes, you sell beauty. You got to look like beauty. Yes, ma'am. Delilah's in the beauty industry. Hey, Michi. Hey, Terry. What up, bro? Danielle, Tanya, hey Tanya, hey y'all, hey. Sorry y'all, we are so into this conversation. I am just now seeing that people are saying stuff, and if you see them on there saying stuff, you could
I see somebody saying something, but I see it up there in small little.
Hey Shervana, hey Quinn, stay on, honey. We're gonna feature your business tonight. So glad to see you guys. I'm so happy you guys jumped on. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys take your time to get on. So anyways, Nurse Tish, guys, if you have not, you'll have time to go back and look at the replay after the show. But if you have not caught up, sit tight, because me and Nurse Tish are talking about any and everything body. So earlier you spoke about, what did people say to you? What were they inboxing you about self-love?
So basically,
tell us that.
Someone sent me an inbox basically saying, I wish you would promote self-love the way you promote surgery. And normally I don't respond, I don't clap back, but that day I had time. And like I said, sometimes depending on the day, you may get Tish or you may get Nurse Tish.
Okay.
Nurse Tish wasn't available that day.
Okay.
So she got Tish.
So Tish came through.
And I had just pretty much kind of had it.
Yeah.
And so my response was, bitch.
Right.
That was my bitch.
Yes.
First of all, do you know how much self-love it takes?
Yes, ma'am.
To, first of all, intricately plan this shit.
Yep.
Save for this shit.
Yep.
Just all the things that it takes to put into this.
Yeah.
Like when you were talking, I was telling you how as we're growing up, we're taught, not to be selfish and to do and to put yourself first is selfish.
Yeah.
But as I have grown, as I have started my journey as far as with mental health and better health and wellness just for myself, like because I am a giver.
Yes.
But what I am learning is I have to fill my cup up first, and y'all get what's left over.
Tell them.
They have
because I'm gonna tell them every day.
Yes, like you have to
please take the drippings, because this full cup over here is gonna stay full. It's gonna stay full.
If I pour into you out of an empty cup, then what do I have left for
We're
myself?
Burning energy. That's it.
So my thing is, for surgery, many of these women, they are doing things that they've had babies, they've sacrificed their body, their time, their everything, and now they're doing something for themselves. And these bastards wanna, oh well, you should love yourself. Yeah, bitch, I do, and that's why.
Yeah, which is it's super important. Like, if you guys are listening to us, it is the most loving thing that you can do for yourself is to plan a situation or a procedure
that's just for you.
It's going to alter your body, to pour into yourself. That's the most confident, selfless thing a person can do for themselves. So the next time you speak to someone and you know they've had a procedure, or you want to know if they've had a procedure, or you're talking about a procedure, make sure you don't say to them, you were just fine the way you were.
Because that may be true.
You didn't need to have surgery. Those type of comments burn the fuck out of me. Like when I tell you, Tish, because I appreciate you appreciating the old me, but I wanted to do this for me. And the problem comes in is you guys really don't mean any harm when you say that. And we get it. because we see through that type of
that's
stuff.
just like telling me, "Oh, you're pretty for a black girl."
Mhm.
Bitch, I'm pretty.
Right, right.
What you mean?
Right.
Like,
so telling someone, oh yeah, I love myself the way I am. No, I'm just going to take the way God made me. That's great. He made us like this too, because this is all natural. This is all natural.
Don't
this is
call
the
a
fat
BBL
I had
anymore.
The fat that I had took out of my stomach
God
and
made
put
that
down here
fat.
and made this this nice little apple ass that you guys appreciate. Okay. It's mine. Okay, it's all mine.
And God
okay,
made that fat. So
yes,
guess what? It's
yes.
not fake.
So,
it's not man-made.
You guys make sure you're being very kind to people, because we're going to talk about surgery shaming. You know, it's a sensitive subject to me, because I think at one point
I just shame them back.
Yeah, there have been comments made about people having surgery, or you just shouldn't do anything to yourself. I like myself the way that I am. Those are your opinions.
But you get eyelash extensions, you
hair,
wear makeup, you
everything,
add hair to yourself,
everything,
you get your nails
everything,
and your toes done. If that's the case, then leave all that shit alone.
If you can afford to alter your body and feel better about yourself, whatever you do to yourself, you're not killing yourself or hurting anybody else, go for it.
Go for it.
Please. Y'all need to mind y'all fucking business.
Baby,
okay, when it comes to surgery shaming, because we see it every day, we hear it every day, we feel it, because when you make a comment to someone that we see, we're affected by it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to defend myself for anything I've done to my body.
I'm not going to but I will defend my post-op girls. Like my thing is like my surgery sisters.
Yeah,
I'm very, very sensitive about them.
Yeah,
like I will leave Nurse Tish and give you straight uncut and raw
straight that bitch Tish.
Yes, you are not like you are not going like my surgery. Literally, it creates a sisterhood.
It does.
And because we know we have to protect, like even my office, I have fired people working in my office because they have said things to clients that made them feel like my office was no longer a safe place for them. In my office, and that's is unfortunate.
A safe place. It's a safe haven, and that's what we tell people. This is a safe space. This is a space where you can come and be you and feel natural and be okay with any questions that you have. You know, when our clients, men and women, because I service men and women, that's what we do. When they come into our spaces, they're vulnerable.
They are.
You're taking off your clothes for someone else to see, unless you're like me and you just don't give a shit and you just be taking off your clothes in front of everybody. I'm just kidding.
That's me. No, girl,
so I was raised in a household where my granny's titties was flopping everywhere. She didn't care, honey. The moo came off. It didn't matter. So I am fortunately a free spirit when it comes to not wearing clothes. Okay. I'm just saying. So when people come into our spaces, and these are our clients, and and they're our babies, and they mean something to us, we nurture them. You know, that's the service, or that's the way we treat people. You know, when you come into us, you're just not a number. You know, we're taking time, we're spending time with you, we're putting in this work where we're educating you, we're helping you with your healing process. I mean, I go work out with my clients just to get them to work out.
Literally, my clients.
You know what I'm saying? Family,
good friends.
Really good friends.
Like,
yes, like in business and in personally, it's very important, the bonds that are built between a practitioner and a client.
Yeah.
So it's super, super important. So you guys make sure you understand some of those things, and make sure that when you're ready to do your procedure, that you're in a positive mind frame. That's super, super important. Your mental health,
and if
is
you know
super important.
That's getting ready to have surgery. If you don't agree, that's fine, but support them, because post-surgery depression is so real. It's just as real as postpartum depression.
Yes.
Like it's real. Like every day your body is changing.
Yes.
You go through the why did I do this? Like you're in pain or you're uncomfortable.
Yes.
Your body is going through this metamorphosis. And if you don't have a support system around you,
it's easy for depression to set in.
Yes.
It's easy for you not to see yourself, like especially for the better. You know, a lot of people go into states of depression and they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like surgery is a serious situation, which is why we are here. because we feel the need to address it because so many things are happening around surgery. People are dying on the tables.
Mhm.
People are dying during their, post-op, their post-surgery period. Things are happening. People are having questions unanswered. So we're letting you know that there are people here like Nurse Tish or Tish
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
myself who are available. You guys don't have to feel like you don't have anybody to go to because you're ashamed to ask the questions or because you don't know who to ask the questions to. Like, we're telling you the outlets are there. That we're proof that there are people that look like you, and whether you look like us or not, that we're available. Our doors are open. We answer all calls. We're answering,
I
questions.
literally don't sleep. So
Yeah.
my girls
Yeah.
literally, they know if there's something that I literally had one of my girls, she had a BBL. She's probably like she's probably 2 months post-op or whatever. She was playing with her son and she fell and hit her bottom. Oh my God. She messaged me frantically. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to my butt? I fell on it. I was like,
Right.
you're fine.
Like
I
it's gonna
promise.
flatten.
Like,
But
yeah,
yeah, it's gonna
like,
flatten. It's
I'm
not
like,
the
you're
air is
fine.
not gonna go out of your ass. Okay. So these are some of the
Mhm.
misconceptions about surgery. So lipo in particular. So we're gonna talk about lipo real quick.
Mhm.
So there are some huge misconceptions. So I put together a few. So let's elaborate on those.
Okay.
If we can get those up, I hope they're getting some stuff out of this,
I
Tish.
hope they are
When
too.
I tell
Like,
you to be able to pass this information on, people don't do it.
but what I do want to say is this, and I love y'all so much, but I do want to say this to you guys. You cannot message and inbox me to pick my brain and pay another provider.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
doesn't work for me.
I don't think that
Like,
works for anybody.
I
Y'all
don't
better
like,
y'all
but
better
people
get it
do
right.
that to me often.
Really?
Like, I literally have people that I know are going to other practitioners, and their practitioners telling them, "Oh well, hey, ask Tish this."
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna have to
Yeah.
trust what
Yeah.
your practitioner
No.
says. You are not.
Yeah.
You cannot call me and ask
Yeah.
me questions and pay somebody else.
So the way it works is I
Like the
do
way it
free
works.
consultations,
Yes.
right? So my consult is via phone.
Mhm.
I will not message you back and forth. Don't start asking me no questions. And people will tell you, like, don't ask me no whole 15 questions in my inbox because I've told you, let me know. And anyone will tell you, inbox me your information. I then text you my number. We schedule a free consult call and we get on there and we go over information. There won't be 5 or 6 consult calls. You understand that, right?
Okay.
You either going to do the consult. I'll have another conversation with you if you have any questions. After that, you need to be booking to be on your way. And that's just the way it goes. So I feel you because
Yes.
I don't do the in-depth conversations
Oh,
via
no.
inbox.
No,
I
no,
will
no.
not do it.
That's not the thing for me. That you could. This is what grinds my gears. You send me a picture. Oh, do you think this is a seroma? Who are you seeing for your post-op care?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm seeing such and such.
Mhm.
Ask them.
Send the picture.
Don't
Send the
send
picture
it to
to them.
me.
Exactly.
Ask them. And
Exactly.
then I've literally had people to say, "Oh well, hey, I'm seeing such and such for my post-op," and they told me that. So first of all, I don't partner with such and such.
Right.
And such and such, if they're providing post-op care, either they should know or they should be
Yeah.
partnered with the nurse that knows, or you can't pick my brain and use my skill and pay them.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna
Yeah.
work that way.
Yeah. So basically, if you're going to a provider that's really passive and not very educated about what
Mhm.
you're doing,
Or
don't
they
pick
can't
that
treat,
provider.
or they can't treat what you
you.
do. So
Exactly.
like again, there's a difference. Like I said, with me and you,
Mhm.
if there's an issue that arises or something like that,
I'm sending them
Hortencia's
your
not
way.
gonna stick you with a needle.
No.
She's gonna send you to me.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that because if you're already going to her, I'm gonna drain your storm and I'm gonna send you back over there because she can take care of you. And like I said, I trusted her with my body, so I know she can do it.
Yep.
Now it's some other people that's out here that
Right. Will stick you and they're not a nurse.
Yes, because
Okay.
And this is what you got to think about when they're sticking you, right? Do they know what anatomical structure is laying under the area that they're sticking you? Do they know the signs and symptoms of a hematoma in the event that they go too deep? How deep are they going? What gauge needle are they using? What color is your fluid? The color of that fluid means something different. Is it cloudy? Is it clear fluid? Like it means lots of things. So, and if your provider cannot tell you that, why you let them stick you with a needle?
Your provider could never. Okay. So y'all, in a nutshell, make sure you're making the right choice. with your providers. Make sure that you're not trying to juice us for information and go to somebody else, because we're not having it. You see, we're not fucking having it.
I'm not.
You know, but you want to go to the best. You know, we ain't calling ourselves to go. We're gonna let the people do it. But all I'm saying, I'll let the people. I'll let the people do it. They be saying she the best. I be like, what they said.
Listen, look, what Candace said, baby. I'm big dog.
I'm big dog over here. So look, so here are a few misconceptions about lipo. So we talked about BBLs. Let's talk about lipo real quick. Okay. Here are a few misconceptions. Okay, lipo is permanent.
Liposuction, it is a permanent procedure, but that does not mean that you cannot gain weight after.
Exactly.
The weight may not come excessively in that area, but that weight gonna go somewhere. So when you see these girls that had like lipo 360 also does not include upper back. So now you see these girls that had lipo 360 and they got these big ass backs. The fat had to go somewhere.
It went somewhere. So what do we have next? And it looks like that was lipo works best as weight loss. What do you think?
You're gonna weigh the same as you did when you come out for lipo. Lipo is not a weight loss solution.
So it kills me when people are saying, I need to lose some weight, I should get lipo. My first response is you need to live a healthier lifestyle. You need to change your lifestyle, because in order, before you have lipo, you need to get ready. That pre-op stage is super important, that you work on yourself.
And stop going and have lipo. If you know you're already a heavier set woman, like for me, I was way heavier, like way heavier. Girl, I promote going to have a sleeve done. Girl, if you go, like, I don't promote dieting, because dieting is not a lifestyle change.
Exactly.
Like you said,
I don't even say the word diet, right?
A lifestyle change, whatever it is you need to do to get smaller, because you have better looking results when you lose that weight. Because otherwise, if your doctor goes in, because there are some doctors that see patients that have higher BMIs, friend, you're gonna look like a gorilla in a waist trainer.
Okay. And it happens every day. It happens every day where you see people with disproportionate bodies, because you have not taken the steps before your procedure to figure out what works for you and what procedure you need to have, because people think they can just go get like a lipo and it's all going to work. Some of us need tummy tucks. Some of us need other procedures.
Please that if you know you need one.
If don't just go get lipo and you still, and then you're gonna have to go back and get a tummy tuck after that, and then that's more money, that's more downtime. So make sure that you guys are researching your bodies, what your goals are, what procedures you need to have, the influx of, importance of that procedure being done.
And be mindful of the procedure. Like, if you know you're going for a vixen look, don't go to a doctor that
doesn't specialize in that.
He doesn't specialize in that.
And
don't go if you like. Okay, so we know Dr. Young Money and Dr. Cash. They love the smaller framed girls. Like he would. I didn't
don't
even
go
give
to
a
them.
consult to him, because I know he ain't gonna take me.
Don't go to them.
Go to somebody that specializes in somebody that has a body type similar to yours. Don't be going to these doctors and if you know you don't go being timid. Don't go and tell these doctors, "Oh, I want a natural look," and
exactly.
damn well you want
to look. Like, you want a bigger ass. Yes. You want some hips. You want your waist and belly gone. Yes. You have to be realistic when you're going in there. Don't be passive. That's why you have to be aggressive. This money that you're spending is an investment. So you have to make sure you know what the fuck you talking about when you talking to these people, because they will take your money, you'll get the shit done, and you'll be looking like, this wasn't really what I wanted, so I got to go for round 2. How many times does it happen? How many times? I just want to look more natural, bitch. No, you don't. Because honey, I don't want to look more natural. I should have. I feel like I should have did a tummy tuck. That's what should have happened, because that would have taken me flat. You know what I'm saying? It would have given me what I actually wanted, but I just was like, no, I'm not going to do it.
For me, I didn't stay here in the States. I went to Mexico and had surgery, and it wasn't because of the pricing. It was because of I see these girls. I have treated and had successful outcomes in over 2,000 girls. So I knew.
Did y'all hear that? 2,000. So I'm number 2,000.
See, so I knew,
like, honey,
what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was looking for. So when that happened. So that's why I went to Mexico. So The only thing that I did not do while I was there, because it was just gonna be too much, honey. We got to get rid of these tickets. But
Mhm.
honey, that's coming soon.
That's
Just
yeah,
maybe
right, right.
2024,
Hang
something
tight,
like that.
hang
Just wait a
tight,
minute,
hang
because honey, y'all
tight.
see me in some real clothes. And listen,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
giving.
Yes,
So yeah,
ma'am.
so you
So,
just gotta.
so just in a nutshell. So go back to a few of the misconceptions. I'm gonna go down them and then we'll just talk about them after, if you don't mind. So lipo is dangerous. Lipo requires no downtime. Lipo is only for women. Lipo fixes lax or loose skin. Lipo results are immediate. Lipo requires no aftercare or maintenance. Lipo is the easy way out. I mean, first of all, it's dangerous. Is it dangerous?
All surgery is dangerous.
Okay.
If you want to, on the grand scheme of things, I've literally seen people in the hospital die from gallbladder surgeries. So any surgery,
anything
any
you
surgery,
do is dangerous.
It has risk. I'm not going to say it's dangerous. There are risks associated with anything invasive that you do. So I'm not going to call it dangerous, but because if it was dangerous, the FDA wouldn't approve it.
Oral surgery is dangerous. Do you guys know people die from oral surgery? I knew somebody who did. I knew somebody who did once.
Do you know that lack of taking care of your teeth? So let's just say you get an abscess in your mouth. An abscess in your mouth can cause you to have pericarditis, which is an infection around the lining of your heart. That's how
my old coworker of mine died. Left at 12, went to the dentist, didn't come back the next day. It's that easy. Like everything's dangerous, y'all. Y'all stop acting like that. So
the whole Black Lives Matter.
Okay, it's dangerous out here. Shit,
but it's
just have lipo. Shit, you might live longer. So look, no downtime. Lipo requires no downtime. Okay. What say you about downtime?
That's just a big ass lie. Like that's just a lie. Like you're first and foremost, most of these doctors, especially when you have lipo now, it's drainless. So you're going to be draining. You are going to be sore. You're going to be swollen. You are going to be uncomfortable. That's a lie. Like it's a lie. Like now, can some people manage? You know, a lot of people work from home nowadays. Can you manage having lipo and taking off a couple of days and then going back to maybe depends on what your pain tolerance is and this, that, and the other, but it's definitely that's a lie if it says there's no downtime. Like,
so I see a lot of people who don't take care of themselves after we see that because they're going backwards and forth between all of us and they're trying to get maintenance done and they don't realize the post-op, stage versus the maintenance stage. And people just aren't doing what they're supposed to do. And when it comes to the downtime, like the downtime means that you need to do whatever you need to stay compressed. You need to make sure that you're eating right. You make sure you're hydrated. There are so many things that they have to do in order to maintain themselves. That downtime is super important. So,
and you need that time for your mental too. Like it's like your body's gonna change every single day. There's
every day
that I see that get off
every
the
day.
table and speaking to the instant results thing, that they may get off the table and they don't see a lot of results, but that's because you are so damn swollen from the fluids and things that they put into
from the invasiveness of the tools
like
used for lipo. I try to tell people all the time, lipo is so invasive that the tools itself cause so much tissue damage that, like, what are you expecting? Like, you're gonna have soreness, you're gonna have the burning sometimes, the shooting pain. You're going to experience a lot of different feelings every single day. Like, it doesn't change. So yes. So lipo is just for women.
That's not true. There's men out here, especially we see different rappers that
are they're into it now, y'all.
They're getting like the ab itching and things like this. Let me tell you, I've seen that up close, baby, and homie was fine.
Okay.
I would have never known it, and I was like,
yeah, I'm digging it. So if you're out there, my man, if you want to get lipo, I'm with it. Okay. I'm with it. I'm going to take care of you after. I got you. Okay, boo. I got that after quarter. That's on me. That's on me. So what's the next few? Lipo fixes loose and lax skin. Lipo results are immediate and it requires no aftercare. We just kind of talked about that. It's the easy way out.
No, it's not. That shit is hard. The recovery time is the surgery part is easy.
It's easy. It's the aftercare. And I tell everybody that, like, they don't realize how hard it is. Like, the maintenance itself, like I tell a lot of women that have lipo, like they have the lipo, they half-ass do their aftercare, they half-ass do their maintenance, they don't want to work out. You know what I'm saying? It's super important that you come up with a regime. Now, you don't have to be a gym rat, but you have to now focus. I tell my clients all the time, you have to do core focus anything, because that's the area where you had the work. That's our bodies operate off of muscle memory. So one of the things that's super, super important is that you're working specifically in those areas to make sure you're compressed, make sure you're working on that muscle tissue, to make sure everything that you do is focused on that area. You working on fucking legs when you need to be sitting up and crunching. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's super important that you guys understand you're going to have to make some changes. If you're not the type of person that works out, every now and then you're gonna have to maintenance yourself. You have to do something. So you guys quit thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get lipo and I'm gonna be good. Well, you ain't working out now, and if you ain't planning on working out then, just don't do shit.
Or have your coins
just don't
so
do shit.
Going back.
Exactly, because you can't keep going back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We want you to do that. If you want to keep coming to pay us and you're the type of person that gets aftercare and maintenance, we don't mind. So average liposuction costs by procedure type. I don't know. Don, did you pull this up? Okay,
that's pretty
okay.
Close.
So laser assisted 25 to 10,000, lipostructure 14 to 10,000. There's a whole list of stuff on here. Let's see. Smart lipo, sim lipo 1,500 to 6,000. So what those are really good numbers. What happens is a lot of surgery center,
typically for one area.
Typically one area. So if you're getting, if you're getting every area, we're talking sides, back, everything, it's going to cost you some money.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are going to the, $29.99 deals. You get you a $29.99. It's $3,000 for those of you slow people. I'm not talking about $30. I'm talking about $2,999, and that's your 360 lipo special. And you don't really know what they're doing or what areas they're doing. You're going to be having some lumps somewhere. You're going to have protruding fat in areas where they didn't work on, because some of these doctors are half-ass working on the backs and sides. They're not going in.
Lipo 360 is bra line down.
That's it.
It does not include bra line and upper back.
That's it.
So if you don't specifically ask for full back, because full back is going to be that it's an additional price. So if you don't specifically ask for a full back, you're likely not going to get it. So, and who the hell wants this teeny tiny waist, and then I still got all this damn
big ass back?
I don't want that.
Y'all unbig them backs this year, okay? Yeah, I want y'all to unbig them backs this year. Unbig the backs this year. We're gonna work out. Y'all gonna get the right type of fucking lipo.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever procedures y'all get, don't come to us thinking we can work miracles, because we cannot. We are working with your structure and what procedures you have had. The way you heal is going to be different from your home girl. You're not going to get the same results. Y'all not going to look the same. You're not built the same. No two humans in this world have the same structure. I don't care how much you say you built like your uncle. Okay, I don't care how much you say you built like your auntie. I do not care. No two structures are the same when it comes to surgery aftercare. So you guys make sure you know. Okay, so when we come back, we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the people that lie about having procedures and they really don't need to, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So when we come back, we're gonna bust them down. Okay, we're gonna bust them down. So y'all, we'll be right back. We're gonna take a pause for the calls.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
To get in the way before it happens.
To get a friend home safe.
And to not blame the victim.
It's on us.
To look out for each other.
To not look the other way. It's on us to stand up.
To step in.
To take responsibility.
It's on us, all of us,
to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I'm so natural, and girl, you come on here, you got to cuss. That's a requirement. Okay, just be yourself. Welcome back, lookers and lovers. It's your girl Tank here on Tank Talks. I'm here with Tish right now. Earlier, we were with Nurse Tish of Vanity Wellness, okay? And if you don't know who she is, we'll tell you how to reach her at the end of this episode. But guys, we're talking all things body today, all things surgery, okay? Everything, as I posted earlier. So we talked about misconceptions when it comes to procedures. We talked about surgery shaming, which is a damn shame because some of the people shaming people need to go have procedures, okay? But we're just gonna, we want everybody to be positive. We want you guys to be mindful about any type of procedure that somebody has, because your thoughts and opinions are just yours, okay? So that's what we want to do. Yeah, women's, you keep popping it up. I don't really want to do that right now. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Secrets, okay. We'll talk about that. Yeah, so we talked about, you know, some kind of the do's and don'ts. You know, this wasn't a formal tell all about our procedures, because we have businesses that we have to run. And if you want that information, you can reach out to us if you're having procedures. But we just kind of wanted to shed some light on some of the misconceptions, some of the do's and don'ts, some best practices, which are super important. And we've covered quite a bit of space in this little time. This could be like a 10-part episode. But so what I want to talk about right now is those people, and for whatever reason, okay, let's just be clear. My disclaimer should have come in the beginning of the show, okay? The thoughts and views of my guests and myself are those of ours, not of everybody else as a whole. These are our thoughts and views and opinions. You don't have to agree with them. This is my fucking show. And just quite frankly, we don't want people thinking that what we say is Bible, because that we never said that. Okay, we never said that. Now, speaking truths about our knowledge and education, that's fact. Okay, that's you can take that to the bank. But it's super important that you understand that if you have a procedure and you don't want to talk about it, you have that right. You have that right. But if you're flat out fucking lying
and selling flat tummy tea after you know you went and had some lipo,
when you know you've had lipo, when you flat out lie about having a BBL or having any work done, you really can't hide boob jobs nowadays, because we know you weren't born with them. You know, it's simple and it's okay. And we love a good boob job. I'm gonna have a lift. Tish is gonna get some stuff done. Okay, she's gonna get and some see what I'm saying, y'all. Did y'all hear all that whole pack of Happy Meals she getting? But you can do that if you like. That's your business, okay? But what we don't like or appreciate is when people just flat out fucking lie about having procedures when you could be helping someone, you could be encouraging someone, you could be. So how do you feel about that, Tish?
I think it's the stupidest shit ever, simply because, girl, I see where you had lipo. I see that tummy tuck scar. Like, I don't give a damn how well you camouflage it. I don't care. I see it. I know. I can see the slight difference in the belly button shape and structure. We see it. We're not stupid. I mean, and now mind you, there are some chicks out here that are just born that way.
Bad.
But that is
naturally beautiful.
That is not the rule. And so my thing is, those of us that, like I said again, this is a sisterhood. So my thing is, girl, come on in, come on over here. Like, now mind you, I don't hate on nobody's bag and how you choose to get yours, but I feel like that it's fucked up that you go have lipo and then you turn around and say a waist trainer.
You working out. Exactly.
And tell people that's how you got it.
Exactly, because you ain't trained no ways. You haven't trained weights. My pet peeve is you know you've had a procedure, but the people around you know you've had a procedure, but you still continue to say, oh, I didn't have something done to my butt, or I didn't have something done. I've always had big legs and a big butt, or little legs and a big butt, however the fuck you built. You know what I'm saying? So you could help someone. You could encourage someone. Bitch, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. It's okay. Like, we are not in that era anymore. We're fucking that shit up. We're not giving two shits about people saying what they want to say about what us and those of us who have had procedures. Y'all, we don't give a fuck. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you say. And you have to be this confident. going into any conversation or not being offended by what you see. You can stand up for it, but it don't have to offend you because you chose to do that with your body. You're not hurting or killing anyone else.
And something that I can't stand also is for these men out here that are like, oh, I want a woman with a natural body. Bitch, that's because the baddies don't want you.
Let me tell you, I ain't never met a man that said he didn't want no booty shots, that said he didn't want, he gonna take it. He gonna take it. Like my granny used to say, I'd be like, Granny, I gotta work on my stomach. She's like, baby, I ain't never had a man ask me for no stomach. Okay?
That's true.
Okay?
That's
so you know, that's never been the case. So y'all stop being, you know, start being okay with wanting to do what you want to do with your body. If it's plastic surgery, if it's any type of procedure, it's okay. We're living proof that it's not the mean girls. We're not letting the mean girls sit at this table no more. You know, we created a table.
Baby, I came in and knocked this whole motherfucking table.
We created a space where it's safe to speak about or inquire about having surgery or to have it done and feel good about it, no matter how much you can afford and keep going back. That's on you. Kudos to you, sis. But, you know, it's okay in this space to, you know, be open about it because, you know, all this shaming and shit, that shit's so old. Y'all sit and every time I see somebody on Facebook talking about, oh, here come them BBLs or here come it. It's funny for a second, but when you start exaggerating on this shit, I'm probably gonna delete you. I'm gonna delete you. Like, exactly. It's plain and simple hate.
Now, my surgery girlies, when you go, like, even for me, like I said, like I anticipated the attention from guys. Like, I mean, shit before surgery. I was fine.
Bitch.
So
come here. Now,
so I've been fine my whole life. So
I was about to say
after, you know, even before then, you know, the attention, but you know, I anticipated the attention from men. However, I even anticipated the positive attention from women and asking me who my surgeon was. What I did not anticipate is the negativity, nasty looks.
Yeah.
Like my thing is like, pooh, if you want to go, I'll give you my surgeon's information, but and my thing is, you can feel however you want to feel. Like this is America. You're an adult. You can feel however you want to live, but you can't disrespect.
Keep that to yourself.
You can't disrespect.
Well, I mean, the disrespect won't be tolerated because you know some people slap shit out of you. Okay, but all I'm saying, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, 115%. I think that people need to keep their opinions to themselves. And if it's not, and it's not, and because I don't care. And when we're out, and I see somebody who's had a procedure done or something to their body, and I see somebody looking at them, and, girl, look at her. Girl, look at, no, her ass ain't real. And you're loud, you're disrespectful. You don't know what kind of day that person's had. So you fuck around and get your ass shot. I'm sorry.
Get your ass towed up.
I'm sorry. I'm not a very violent person, but I've been licensed to carry a weapon since I was 23. But all I'm saying is you can't talk to and about or at people in a certain way because you don't know who that person is.
And the thing is, why does what their body look like affect you
in any way?
Much?
In any way.
Thing is, it's so crazy that it's offensive, and we shouldn't body shame people that are overweight, but we can surgery shame girls that went and did something about their body.
And I tell people all the time, if I didn't choose to get, you know, hips when I did, I didn't choose to get a lot of projection, which now I wish I would have, to be honest, a little more projection in my butt. But I have to work with what I got because I'm not going back. I'm gonna just do my boobs, you know. But I feel like, you know, if it's not for you, sis, it's just not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody's shit. You know, if she like her shit sticking out 2 midgets apart, that's, hey girl, whatever. When you're going back for round 12, because I'm gonna be here when you need. Exactly. It doesn't what they eat, I don't shit. So that's how I go through life. That's how I go through life. You know, I may not have always been in this space, but when it comes to this industry, I've learned to adopt that because you can't knock people for what they've done, what they look like. We are all individuals. You know, the person you're talking about could be the sweetest person in the world, but don't come with the negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? All the talking about and bad mouthing and shaming. So y'all make sure y'all be nice to people. And let's talk about the surgery groups real quick. You guys know there are tons of surgery groups out here. We get on them on Face. I'm on there. I'm on there.
I'm in a lot
I
of them.
never hardly say anything. I've been on there for a while. I noticed that a lot of the misinformation
Is in those groups.
is in those groups. So let's talk about that, Tish. What do you see?
A lot of those groups, you got to remember, a lot of these groups are being managed and the admins of these groups are in it because they either support this particular physician or have some type of collaboration with that particular physician. It's about money. Like, so when you're in these groups, and I see girls all the time, like first of all, you're asking these questions and they're the same damn questions over and over and over. But you ask these questions, you're asking these questions from people that are not medical professionals. And I am so sorry, but if they're not, in my opinion, if they're not at least at a very minimal a medical assistant, like, why are you asking them about your burn? Why are you asking them about your seroma? Why are you like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Like you're asking these other girls that are surgery vets that probably didn't even take care of their own, surgeries post-op. Why are you asking them? You need to be reaching back out to your surgeon, reach out to your PCP, or reaching out to, a post-op professional that is a medical professional about complications.
Exactly.
About complications.
Exactly.
Secondly, like I said, these groups are for money. If you look at it, they're promoting their own post-op business. They're promoting their own recovery house. They're promoting this particular surgeon. And when these girls are surgery coordinators for this particular surgeon, they're getting a kickback from that. Like, you got to know that. Like, nothing in this life is free. Even the people that are allowed, like even me, like for my social media marketer, I pay to advertise in a lot of these groups. And if you look at my advertisement, it always says, to get your post-op stuff from our medically trained staff. And that's kind of my that's my set me apart thing. You get what I'm saying? So in these groups, I feel like the groups are great resources, but always fact check what a lot of these people are saying.
I kind of feel like I agree with what you say, and I like that it's your set you apart type of thing. I think we need more people like you to,
because I want to collaborate with
educate
everybody.
To educate people. But I also think a lot of people in those groups aren't having surgery. I think a lot of people are there and getting the information and then never go through with it. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people who have. That's why the groups are full, because there's so many different experiences. But I think it's just sometimes taken out of context, the question asking, the excessive, information. Like, if you're not serious about, having these procedures, or if you're not really taking into account that the information that's being provided takes time to do that, then don't get into the groups, bothering people or gathering information. So if you're just blowing smoke up somebody's ass and you're not going to use that information, then it defeats the purpose of the group. It's informative. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of, like, with surgery, like I said, I go and I train with somebody different every year, because first of all, it adds more value to you, as well as nothing stays the same, especially in aesthetics. This shit moves so damn quickly. You learn shit changes all the time. So somebody always knows something different. There's always a newer, more
advanced way of doing
things, even more efficient way of doing things. And I want to make sure.
And that's why we're able to stay abreast. And people talk about how much it costs. Yeah,
that's just not in those groups,
right?
So you can, and if you are looking to have surgery and okay, I'm just going to be doing research. Okay, if you want to be in the groups and you're just researching, shut the fuck up and
that's what I'm talking about. The time, the consistent time wasting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm speaking of, because I see it all the time, and I'm like, you ain't even having I'm going through, I'm looking like, when is your procedure? Where's your, like,
in February? That's when it is.
Exactly. So it's super important not to waste people's time. So let's talk about the aesthetics of your business. So tell us what all services you provide and break them down.
Girl, we have a plethora of surgery.
Okay, let's
so
start.
Vanity Wellness and Body is basically built on the first word is vanity. Like, I'm probably one of the most vain people you ever met.
Bang gang, because
Yes,
that's the name of her
definitely
vein.
Bang Gang.
That's the name of her gang, honey. Bang gang.
Baby, that's us. We are the Bang Gang, baby. Because we listen. So basically, the pillar of my business is cosmetic post-op and IV hydration. So that's what my business was essentially built on. So of course we know cosmetic post-op surgery, but I also offer IV hydration. I offer a rapid recovery IV, which is my recovery and performance IV for post-surgery. It helps with pain. It helps to keep you hydrated. It has lots and lots of vitamin C and zinc and things like that. And those are the building blocks to help your muscles and things like that recover from surgery. We do this. We give this to patients in the in the acute care setting,
right?
As well as I offer Toradol and things like that, which are what I give like for pain and stuff like that, which we also give post surgery. It's a non-narcotic, non-opioid medication that helps with pain and things like that, right? So then the next thing that we offer vaginal rejuvenation, honey, and it sounds just like what I said, honey.
Vaginal, so it's different from a yoni steam, which I offer. Okay, once you get that done, then you come see me. Okay,
you go see her for the maintenance.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm just gonna steam you, okay, and talk about the health of the cooch. She gonna help you do what?
I'm gonna help you tighten it.
Woo!
Make it wetter, make sex more pleasurable for you and as well as your partner. And if you cough or when you sneeze or you laugh,
that little pee coming out.
Pee a little bit.
Okay, y'all know y'all be peeing a little bit because sometimes I do.
Listen, I've had 4 kids. Shit. Listen,
I be like, oh, I peed a little.
Yes. So, girl, come see me.
Tell us how does that work? How does vaginal rejuvenation work?
Basically, vaginal rejuvenation, it works with ultrasound waves or whatever, and it's kind of similar to cavitation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And so it works, and literally, it's a very, very quick procedure. It is completely and totally painless. There is no discomfort. There is no downtime for that. Now, I am gonna tell you, please don't go home and let boo thing take it for a spin.
Okay, right after, right? Because you're gonna defeat the purpose.
Give us a little time
to work on her. Okay,
give a little time, and then he can take it for a spin and guaranteed.
So y'all gonna have to, after vaginal rejuvenation, y'all need to be making sure y'all working on other exercises. Okay, you need to work on other exercises. So I might consider that. I'm gonna have to come see you. I might do, not that I need rejuvenating. No, because everybody thinks they shit the tightest, right? Everyone, my shit tight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, mine too. Here I am, 50 years old. I could use some rejuvenation, I'm sure.
It's just like how you maintenance on a damn car.
Exactly, because them Kegels alone ain't gonna get it, y'all.
Listen, honey, this is like Kegels on steroids, okay? I'm telling you, friend.
So I'm gonna tell y'all about it because I'm gonna do it. Y'all know I'll try some shit, but I'm only gonna try some shit with somebody that I know and somebody that I trust. So what else do you offer?
Then, of course, we offer Botox and fillers. The only part of Botox and fillers, the fillers that I do not do under eye fillers. It just don't sit right in my spirit. I love it. I want under eye fillers myself, but the nurse in me, I just won't do it. I just can't do it.
We get it.
Then, as well as we do permanent makeup, meaning like for the lip blushing and things like that, lip neutralization. So if you have darker melanated lips, because some of y'all be smoking, y'all swishes and all of that, burn your lips a little bit, make your lips black, honey. We can lighten it. We can lighten it up. So
I wonder if that'll help me. Okay.
See,
go ahead.
So we do that also. Then, of course, we do the non-surgical BBL. Our non-surgical BBLs is
let's talk about that.
The non-surgical BBLs,
because this is a new service that you guys are offering.
It is. So
I'm so excited.
We're even gonna add to that, like.
Tell us about the non-surgical BBLs.
The non-surgical BBL is basically we use a surgical grade filler to kind of fill in like any hip dips or any small indentions or things like that. We can kind of tweak and things, and we can even add volume to your bottom or whatever with the non-surgical BBL. And there is
y'all hear that?
For that.
Legal shots.
See, yes.
By a nurse.
Yes. So that way, and I'll bring the filler in there so you can see. Hey, this
exactly.
It
didn't come from Home Depot, okay, or Dollar Tree. Shit. But
Dollar Tree.
Hey, we had them right here in them TG&Y booties, okay?
Honey. Then we do the PRP for hair restoration and things like that, as well as we offer the O shot.
And
So
what is the O shot?
the O
Can you
shot
tell
is
us
the
that?
orgasm shot, honey. It helps.
Who
to
is that
activate-
for?
That is for the females, honey. Now I am going to take the class for the P shot. So any men that would like to come and offer their penis, then we can do the P shot. Which
So
helps
we'll
with
put a number at the
erections.
bottom of the screen here for those of you with penises that want to
If you
volunteer.
want to volunteer your penis, I can
For
help
the
with
O
those.
shot.
I can help that
Yeah.
erection be longer. And stronger.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. And for those people that want to reach you, I think we do have your information, but can you tell us how they can reach you and what platforms they can reach you on?
You can reach me on Facebook or Instagram at Vanity Wellness and Body PLLC.
Is
or
that
Vanity-
information still good?
That's all good.
Okay,
That's
good.
all absolutely perfect.
I was
That's
like,
the
good.
correct address. That's the correct phone number. Yeah, she got all of it on there, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so you
Uh-huh.
guys check out my girl Tish, Nurse Tish at
Y'all will get Nurse
Vanity
Tish when y'all
Wellness.
come to the office.
Exactly. Until y'all get to know her, honey, because
Yeah.
she's the best. I trusted her with my post-op. I would trust her with my life, literally, with any procedure that I'm doing. So if I put a stamp on it, she's good. You
And I
guys go
trust
see
with my
her.
own. Listen.
You guys go see her for anything. If you come to me and it's not something I can help you with, you're probably going to get referred to Tish. And I think there should be more of that in this city. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
always
People working
collaboration
together.
over
Exactly.
competition.
And collaborating. Like we toss ideas around each other.
Mhm.
We help each other in our businesses personally. And I think that's how the sisterhood should be
It
in the
is.
beauty industry. I'm glad to be part of the Vein Gang. I appreciate you coming and sitting with us and having this unorthodox
It's
conversation. Yeah, isn't it
I
fun?
like it.
You
It
were
is
so
fun.
nervous. You were like,
I
when you
was,
came
'cause-
in the lights, y'all, she came in here and she was like, oh, I wasn't okay.
Yeah, I was like, they
she was
gonna
like,
see
I just
me,
came
girl.
from
I just
work.
came from
I'm like,
work.
I want you in your element. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I only put this dress on because it's National Dress Day. Shit, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to comply. Okay,
I like
I'm
it.
just trying to comply. So, what do we have? You got a what? Okay. All right. So we have a question.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Like, oh shit.
Okay, so we have some questions from people. Kenya 38 from Jacksonville, Florida. I have been with my husband for 15 years and we've had a great life together. However, I just found out that he has a biological son who is only 2 months younger than our youngest son, who is 9 years old. His mother told him that she is moving out of the country with her new boyfriend and he must raise him now. What really hurts me is they cheated on me this time. And women, I am pregnant with a first child. What shall I do?
Wait a
This
minute, with the
too much for me. I'm
woman-
confused.
The same woman when I was pregnant with our first child.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't understand the question. You got the right show?
It says, wait a minute, what really hurts is that he cheated on me with this same woman when I was pregnant with our first child. Okay, so
Okay,
this is
wait a
he's
minute.
a habitual offender.
Yeah.
And he's
yeah,
done this
yeah.
before. Huh?
Oh,
hell no.
So look,
Baby, I be doing
Kendra,
9
is the
to
name
5.
Kendra? Kenya?
So
This is too much for me. Kenya, you answered your own question. I've never been married. I can only give advice on what I've experienced. I've been in relationships before. This has never not quite happened to me. Therefore, I can't really offer you an advice, but I think you answered your own question. I think you know what the fuck to do. I think in some situations, if you've gone through that before, that experience should have granted you the wherewithal to get the fuck out of Dodge.
yeah.
So that's
Because
my
thing
advice.
is, like this was, of course, this was 9 years ago. So I'm trying to be empathetic here because
Yeah.
I get it. Like no, I don't. But
Okay.
it
Okay.
was, this happened. You need Tish, not Nurse Tish.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need Tish to pop out. Okay.
This bitch.
This bitch.
This was 9 years ago, understandably. However, he's a habitual offender, which means
Right.
you did not chastise his ass effectively when he did this the first time. And of course, you were married, so of course, through thick and thin, we're gonna work past this shit. However, nigga, this is your second damn time, and actually 3 times because you procreated this,
Right.
with
That
the
other
same
child.
woman.
Yeah.
And you hid this from me for 9 years. So, bitch, what else you hiding?
First of all, I ain't gonna be reprimanding a grown ass man. I'm not gonna be doing
And
that.
I understand.
I'm not gonna be. It takes too much fucking
It
energy.
does, too much energy.
After
yeah.
I forgive you for some shit, you come back with some other shit, nigga. This ain't high school. I'm
Yeah.
done with it. You know
But
what
the
I'm
fact
saying?
that you
Enough
did
is
this shit
enough.
for 9
Yeah.
fucking years.
Yeah.
And then just the nurse in me just thinks about, first of all, you was wrong this bitch while you was wrong me. You could have given me anything while I was pregnant with my baby. Shit is too. Listen.
He didn't
What the way
protect.
they say?
He didn't protect anything.
He didn't protect. No, he didn't. He didn't protect.
Kenya,
anything.
run, girl, run,
Listen,
run, bitch,
listen.
run,
And
bitch,
after
run.
you have your baby, after you have your no, wait a minute. You got a 9-year-old.
She got a
So, girl,
9-year-old.
look, send us some pictures. I can help you with a consultation if you choose to, girl. We will get you set up and we gonna listen.
We got you, girl.
Friend.
We got you.
Who
gonna keep
Ain't
the
my
little
fucking
boy?
baby. I don't even like kids.
Not the mama. That's what I was about to
I don't
say.
even like kids. I got a lot of kids, but I love mine, but I don't even like children.
Fuck
No.
that. It's mama's maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
that ain't my baby. And why? And then on top of that, what kind of bitch was you fucking that she can't even take her new baby, her son with her to go be with her new nigga?
So y'all, we had some people that hopped on that I want to say hi to real quick. Hey John. Hey Bev. Hey Nikki. Hey Fran. LaSharon. Hey Pooh. Oh, she said when I said your nurse could never. She said could never.
Damn.
Hey Antoinette. Hey Fee. Hey Sonia. Hey B. Cynthia. Hey, thank you for jumping on. Me too. Take these big motherfuckers. Oh, she gonna get her breast done too. LaSharon, my friend, she said she gonna get her friend. Hey, Carwin. Hey, Crystal. Hey, girl. Hey, Sheila. I need to come get me a couple of bags. I'm ready. Hey, Ann, girl, you know you were supposed to come see me for your post-op. I ain't heard fucking hi to hear you. I don't want to see nothing. Baby girl, call me. Hey, Alan. Hey, Ray. Who's Ray? Hey, Kendrick. Hey, Alicia. So I don't want to not acknowledge the people that take the time to jump on and watch, even if it's for a second, even if they find out it's not for them. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you with my whole heart. I can't say anything more. This experience has been amazing, and I appreciate people like you coming on. We're gonna have look at my friend.
Look
Look at her. Look at her. She cute. So, is there any advice that you would give to somebody who is contemplating having surgery and they don't know what to do?
Yes, reach out to, first of all, when you start your research, let's start your research by what do you want? What is your ideal self? What is in your head when you think about your ideal self, what does that look like? So when we can identify that, then we're going to identify what doctors provide that particular outcome. And do those doctors that provide that particular outcome, do they service women of your size? And are your goals realistic? Let's start right there first. Then as we start to do our research, we can go on Real Self. We can do some research in the Facebook groups to kind of see like the pros and the cons about the doctors. And something that I wanted to tell you guys, so many people be like, oh, well, I went to this doctor because he does not have any deaths. What you have to understand is if the death does not occur on the table, it is not counted against that doctor. So sometimes.
Can you say it again for the bitches in back?
Yes. So if that death does not occur on the table, the doctor does not have to take accountability for that death.
Hence, the surgery centers are still open.
Yes.
Yes.
With a Dominican Republic, so there are some good doctors in the DR. However, this is just what I've seen with people coming back from DR. Sometimes I think that when you're in DR and you have surgery, you cannot shower after surgery, and I think sometimes that causes a little bit of an issue. And then as well as when the girls come back from DR, they aren't. A lot of them, some of them are, because I've had girls who have great outcomes from DR, but some of them they feel like, oh well, I had all this post-op in DR,
and that's it. That's it.
It's not.
And that's a huge misconception too. Is that you're only going to do post-op until it feels okay?
No, you need a minimum of 20 to 30 massages. A minimum.
Do you guys hear that? You hear that? So now when you guys ask me, you'll know. Because I keep telling y'all, and it just seems so far-fetched that the amount of massages that you need to have, Like after I had my procedure, before I left Atlanta, I had 10 massages. That's,
And we want to
you know
stop
what I'm
calling them
saying?
massages. We want to,
Yeah.
because it's manual post-op
Post-
lymphatic
yes.
drainage. So
Make sure you have
yes,
the right understanding.
yes. So I mean, it's not massages, you know,
Right.
because it's not a lymphatic massage. Is a very
Although we love you
gentle
long
touch.
time.
Yeah, it's a very gentle.
We love you long time.
Gentle touch, and post-op lymphatic drainage is not as gentle because we want to facilitate the movement of those fluids and
Yes.
things like that out of your body.
Yes.
So yeah,
Thank
but the
you.
DR girls, I mean, I love my DR girlies, but there are some physicians in DR that are not as safe as others.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yes.
Do we have any more questions? But that's it. All right, guys. This has been Tank Talks. I appreciate you guys hopping on. Thank you, Nurse Tish. Thank you, Tish. Oh, you know what? Tonight we are featuring, it's Women's History Month. So we're featuring a woman-owned business called Put It on a T. And it's owned by my girl, Quinn. You guys may have seen her on Facebook. Put It on a T. So that's the Facebook name. That's the Instagram name. You guys, I got a lot of compliments about this shirt. This was her shirt. I like statement pieces. If you guys seen me, I'll put some shit on a shirt in a minute. And the person that helps me do that, is Quinn. This one was, she's a whole vibe. Sis is a whole vibe. I'm sis. So I get a lot of compliments on stuff from her. She's always wearing cute stuff. So if you guys, she was on a few minutes ago. Hopefully she was on to stay. Yeah, I hooked it up with some boots and some booty shorts. Y'all know me. I'm gonna do it. So her business is local here in Dallas Fort Worth. If you guys need sweatshirts, t-shirts, things made, I think she does more than shirts. I think Quinn started out doing beads and stuff. She's multifaceted and very talented. So you guys look out for Quinn at Put It on a T. And the T is TEE, and that's on Instagram and Facebook. I would like to say congratulations to her and her business, and that I am praying for you and your business for prosperity. And I know things are gonna do amazing. I love you, girl. Congratulations on your business. So what I'm doing this month is featuring a woman-owned business. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Black woman. I know women of all races who have great businesses. So if you guys know anyone, inbox me or email me, text me if you have my information. If you feel like you want your business to be highlighted, I can highlight more than one business on the show. It does not matter, but today's business was about vanity wellness, and I appreciate you. Miss Tish information is on the screen. I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. You guys have an amazing Monday. I will see you next Monday. For now, I'm out.